Hey everyone, today I'm going to be talking about why I decided to buy the Nikon D500. So I'm here in the Peak District today. I'm looking for wildlife or maybe red deer. There is some red deer around here. I haven't seen any yet and I might not see any, so it could turn into a landscape photography trip. I brought with me the Nikon DX 18 to 140mm, but I've also got with me the Sigma 150 to 600mm just in case I do see any deer or anything like that. And really I'm just going to be getting a first look at the D500 and how it compares to my D7500. It's a slight upgrade. It's a very similar camera, but it is an upgrade in a lot of ways, so just trying it out and I'll let you know what I think about it. So I've done a lot of videos with my D7500, and if you've seen any of those you'll know that I really do rate that camera. It's a great little camera. So why have I decided to upgrade to the D500? Because it is a very similar camera in a lot of ways to the D7500. It's got the same sensor, the same processor, a lot of the features. The main reason I decided to upgrade it is the focusing system. It's got 153 focusing points. I can't remember exactly what the D7500 has, but it's quite a lot less. And for tracking birds and things like that, I really did want a better focusing system, so that's one of the main reasons. But there are a number of other features that are really good with this as well, so I'll be talking about those as I go around. One of the other main advantages of this camera over the D7500 is its burst rate. You can do 10 frames a second. So that's really good when you're taking pictures of birds in flight and things. You can get more shots off in a quick succession and you've got more chance of getting some good shots in that burst. Okay, so I found some red deer now. They're the UK's largest land mammal, and it's the rut at the moment. Between September and October is when the stags are kind of competing for the females. There is a stag up there, so I've put the 150 to 600mm on, and I'm going to see if I can get some shots. I'm going to try and get a little bit closer, not too close, and hopefully get some good shots. build quality of the D500 is really good, probably a little bit better than the D7500, and that's already good. It's obviously weather sealed. The screen that pops out is really robust, it's much thicker than on the D7500. It's quite similar to the D850 on this camera. And I like a lot of the little features. You've got a joystick. I really like the joystick for moving my focus point around. I've got that on the Z7 as well. The viewfinder's much better on this camera than the D7500. And a really nice feature is you've got a little mechanism that just slides a blind over the viewfinder, so that if you're doing photography in the live view mode, you're not getting light going into your viewfinder and ruining your image. So there are a lot of little features that are really nice. You've got some different buttons on top here. I'm quite used to having the mode selector on the D7500 on an extra dial on top of this dial here. On the D500 instead you have a little button that says mode, and then you have to change the mode using the wheel. So I'm not quite sure about that one yet. It might be something I just need to get used to, but I quite liked having the dial on the D7500. But all in all, finding it really good so far. The D500 has also got dual card slots. It's got an XQD card slot as well as an SD, so you can take advantage of the quicker write and read speeds of XQD cards, or you can also put another card in and you can use it as a backup, or if you're shooting in RAW and JPEG you can put your RAWs on one card and your JPEGs on another. So there's a lot of flexibility there, and that's one advantage over the D7500. Alright, so I'm wrapping up now. I've had a great morning with the D500, I've really enjoyed using it. First impressions are really good, and I can't wait to use it again. I will be doing a direct comparison between the D500 and the D7500 in an upcoming video, so I'm not sure when, but stay tuned for that one. And I wasn't really sure what to expect today. I know the general area and I thought I'd just come out here, and I know there was a chance of seeing the red deer, so it was fantastic to see those. And I've never been to Curbar Edge before, and it's amazing. It really is amazing. I've never been here, and it's just, I'm definitely going to come back. Maybe at sunset, I think it'll look fantastic. So yeah, I'm going to get back to the office now, check out some of the photos, and I'll show you them there. So first impressions of the D500 are fantastic. It's an amazing camera, as I knew it would be. Really enjoyed using it. And in a lot of ways, it's quite similar to my D7500 in regards to image quality and ergonomics, functionality. Very similar, but the focusing system in the D500 is just so much better, and the burst rate of 10 frames a second is amazing. I'll be using this camera going forward for wildlife. It's going to be my main camera for that kind of stuff. And you might be wondering why I didn't choose to upgrade to mirrorless. There is a camera in the Z lineup, which is an APS-C camera, the Z50, and I already use a Z7, so I've got quite a few Z lenses. So why didn't I choose to go for that? Because, you know, the headline specs of the Z50 are not that dissimilar to the D500. You've got the same megapixels, 20.9. It can do 11 frames per second, which is actually slightly more than the D500. And yeah, it's similar in image quality. It's got a faster processor. It's got the X-Speed 6 and this is the X-Speed 5 in the D500. But I just felt that when this was released, but even now in fact, this is renowned as a sports and wildlife camera. You know, it's a flagship pro spec model, whereas the Z50 I think is more of an entry-level mirrorless camera. So I think until Nikon release a Z camera with the same kind of performance as the D500, I'll be sticking with the DSLR option for wildlife going forward. I will be doing a more detailed review between the D7500 and the D500 at some point. Just comparing those two. I'm not sure when, but it'll be in the near future, so stay tuned for that one. And yeah, it was just great to be out in the Peak District. Fantastic to see the red deer. I know it's the rut at the moment and I knew there was a chance of seeing them, but I couldn't guarantee it, and it was just fantastic that I actually did manage to bump into some, and I was quite pleased with the shots I got. And I've not been to Curbar Edge before. That's a new location for me. Very similar to Stanage Edge in a lot of ways, but I think there's some rock formations there that are even better than at Stanage Edge, so I'll definitely be back there for a sunset, because I think the sunset's in a nice direction for that location, and yeah, hopefully I'll get some good shots there. So that's it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. I'm going to go from my usual spiel now at the end. If you're new to the channel and you're not subscribed yet, then please consider doing so. You can click down here on the big red button or over here on my face, and that way you'll stay up to date with everything I'm doing each and every week. There's a new video every Sunday morning at 10 AM UK time. So I hope you'll catch me for the next one, but until then, that's it for this one. So thanks a lot everyone, and bye for now.